Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to be going over how to create a simple minimap. Now this won't be an advanced one with textures or anything like that. It'll just be using a second camera to just show an above head view of the game area. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be covering in this tutorial. So in the future we might be covering different features like making the camera follow around the player or creating a zoom in effect, zoom out effect, maybe a full screen map and different stuff along those lines. But yep, in this tutorial we'll just be covering the basics for now. So the first thing you want to do is go up to game object, create other, and you want to create a camera. And once we have that created, let's see where I put mine. Yeah, I just named mine Minimap camera because it's going to be a minimap. And the first thing you're going to want to do is change it to orthographic. Now, orthographic, like we learned before, just stays to one area and it displays it more like a flat image instead of a more 3D image. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be using for this tutorial. And if you click on it and go to game, we can actually adjust the different settings. So we can adjust it to be larger or really small or whatever size you want it to be, and you can do the same for that as well. So however you want to adjust those settings, you can adjust it, but before then you want to change the depth to 1, because if we go onto our main camera, the depth will be set to -1 currently, and so depending on what depth something is set at, it's how it's drawn on the actual screen. So this would be the first thing that's drawn, and then yeah, this would be above it for the rendering. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to set up for that to get the cameras to be or have that camera on top of this one. And then, let's see here. Yeah, I think that's all you really need to do for that. Size, you can adjust how much it either zooms in or zooms out. We could zoom it like way out so we can actually view the entire map itself. The only problem with that is it's really hard to make out everything in the scene from that far away. So yeah, I would probably, if I was making the game, or if I was making a more professional minimap, I might make a little icon for this depth layer that actually follows the player around, so it would be more of an icon instead of a little dot that we have to follow, because you're not going to be able to really see that too well. So I might also cover that in future tutorials. If anybody else has suggestions for different kinds of mini maps, maybe we can do something that you guys suggest. I know there's cool other mini maps like the Diablo mini map that takes up most of the screen, and it just lays out like the paths through the dungeons and different stuff like that. So yeah, it all depends on what we really want to do with this. But for now, it's just going to be a simple top-down mini map. So we can go in game real quick and check it out, and we can see that our minimap is right up there, and when we move the player around we can see all the stuff that's going on. So yeah, I would really like to improve this minimap in the future to make it a lot more useful than it currently is. Maybe if there's like a certain quest mob or something that you have to kill, maybe give them a little icon for which ones you have to kill. Stuff like that. There's pretty much endless possibilities what you could do with this. Since the different draw layers, you can set things up differently. And in the future, I'm probably going to make maybe something for... I know in Dota, if you click on the minimap, it pings and stuff like that. So I could set something like that up. And yeah, just have different camera zoom and make it so the camera, as the player goes off screen or something, it can follow the player around. But that would be a simple transform, like for the X and Z positions, to be able to follow the player around. You could have it locked, you could do a different style that when you get to the edge of the screen, maybe it moves over a certain amount. And so there's a lot of different stuff you could do with the Minimap system. I'm going to have to experiment with it a little bit to find out exactly how I want to set mine up, because for my game I don't really want it taking up that much of the screen. So I'm going to try figuring out a way to mess with it a little more in the future, but that's a basic way. If you want a simple Minimap setup, you guys can use this.